What is up? What is up? What is up? I am here. I'm here, and it's we're just gonna do a quick stream. I gotta work at like 4 a.m. So I figured I've already slept way too much today. So let's talk some stuff. I figured I haven't done TV time in a while, so why not? Why not? Let's talk some Snyder Cut. Let's talk some HBO. We got some news about Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong today. So we could talk about that. The reason I really want to talk about TV is because, I've been going through a lot of stuff as of recently, just trying to figure out when would be a good time for the Snyder Cut to actually come out. And the reason I've been going back and looking at that is because the shift in HBOmax's slate, they're now they got James Wan's movie. I forget what it's called. Malignant, whatever it's called. That one. They got Kong. Godzilla vs. Kong, and everyone seems, and this is the cultured nerd. I remember they put out something the other day saying that he thinks it's going to be the 18th or the 18th to the 20th or the 18th. And I don't know what he meant, but he put 18-20. And, I trust Taylor in his sources. So if that's the plan, if the plan is to still release the Snyder Cut in March, do you guys think that's a good idea? When do you want, and let's think about this from a business aspect. Do you think it's a good idea for the Snyder Cut to still release in March, or would you mind maybe an April release? Because I think an April release might be a little bit better. Simply due to the fact that, now that James Wan movie is coming out, at late March, then they're going to slam us with Godzilla vs. Kong. And then, in that mix, we're supposed to also have the first episode. I mean, not the first episode, because I'm still thinking about it like it's a movie, but we're supposed to get the Snyder Cut as well. So I don't think from a business perspective that is necessarily a good idea. So I figure we could talk about that. There's been, there's also, I'd like to talk about something from our friends from Lightcast as well. Cause I found out today that Matt from Lightcast is actually stepping down and he is leaving Lightcast. So I just want to say from us to Matt that we hope that you'll still join us on the Pop Culture Corner. We hope that you're, making this decision for a good reason. We hope that you're doing this for yourself, and we hope that you're happy with this decision. We always like to have Matt on the show. He's such a knowledgeable person. He's so fun to talk to, and the way he talks about film, it's unlike I've ever heard anybody talk about film. So from the Pop Culture Corner to Lightcast, we wish you guys success in the future. Not sure who's going to be taking over, if anybody, but we wish you the best in your endeavors and all that good stuff. Matt from Lightcast, he went on Instagram today in a live feed, however you do that on Instagram, and he broke that news, as well as did a Q&A. If you haven't seen the Q&A, I would go watch it. It's pretty good. Matt's really, knowledgeable, like I said. So if you have any answer or questions about where HBO Max and the Snyder kind of universe are going, he does have a lot of good insider information. So I'd say check that out. It was really, really done well. As we found out today, Godzilla vs. Kong is now being pushed 5 days to March 31st. Now, this is 5 days after, it's 2 months before it was supposed to come out in May. Still, I guess 1 month and some change. So we're still getting it early, but we're getting it 5 days later than we were supposed to be. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Let me know how you guys feel about the shift in Godzilla. And does this look bad on HBO Max's part? Because I kind of looked at this and I was like, well, guys, what's going on? Like, what are we doing here? And why is everything always shifting around? And like, how come I can't be definite on when something's actually coming out? It's I don't know. It's not a good look. Like, they just told us it was coming out on the 26th, and now it's all of a sudden changed and it's coming out on the 31st. So it's just a shift again. It's only a couple days, but it's a couple days. I mean, as you saw in the trailer today for our show, we're trying to work with Showcase for a live show for Godzilla and Kong, just like we did with Wonder Woman 84. So we'll be doing a live show. Hopefully, it's not 100% yet, but I accidentally clicked the trailer, so I just let it play. That's on my bad. That's my bad. But are you guys excited for Godzilla vs. Kong? I know I am. I am super, super excited about Godzilla vs. Kong. We did a little trailer reaction last night. I thought it came out well. We had a lot of fun doing it. And the trailer, I believe Caden pointed it out, that, and he sent me some pictures afterwards, after we did our live stream. And that first shot, someone screen captured it. My God, it is definitely Mechagodzilla that's wrecking that city. He's got like the squared off jaw and he looks very metallic. And then if you go back and watch the trailer, I know I just showed it, but if you go back and watch the trailer, when Godzilla comes out of the water to attack Kong, when he's on the ship still chained up, it looked like Godzilla has like a very like silvery look to him. It's not like the regular black, like dark skin tone. It's definitely got some glare and some silver to it. So I'm wondering if they didn't just slap some like realistic skin on their Mechagodzilla and kind of try to pass him off, and maybe, like Caden said, try to frame Godzilla, because that would make sense from a storytelling point of view. I think that's pretty cool. So what is this? Ray Fisher is Team Kong. Well, I'm glad, because it's hard to be on Godzilla's side for this film. I mean, Kong definitely seems like the victim here. There's no doubt about that. He's like being chained against his will, being dragged to the shitty rest of the earth. And, it's hard not to be on Kong's side. I'm on Kong's side. Are you guys on Kong's side? Who's Team Kong here? I know I am. I'm not Team Godzilla right now, that's for sure. But like I said, Godzilla's probably being framed, like Caden said. So, I mean, I know I am Team Kong. What about you guys? So what do we got here? I wonder if Mechagodzilla will look cooler than the one from Ready Player One. I would assume so, because it's an actual Godzilla, movie. It's a legendary movie made by Warner Brothers. I know Ready Player One, blah, blah, blah. But I think they will do because the Mechagodzilla in Ready Player One is actually pretty dope. Not gonna lie. So I would only assume that it would be better coming from an actual Godzilla film. Obviously, that's not always the case, with certain things. But I really want to see Mechagodzilla in his true form and all his glory. And I want to see him break things and smash things and punch Godzilla and punch Kong. And like I said yesterday, if nobody says save Mothra in this film, I'm going to be upset. I am going to be upset, guys. That you need it. It's needed. Even if one of the humans says it, I don't care. Sneak it in there somewhere. I think that would be a wonderful line. Whew. But yeah, Godzilla versus Kong is going to be awesome. So Snyder Cut. Listen, like I said in the beginning, when do you guys think that the ideal time for Zack Snyder's Justice League, when do you think an ideal time for that movie to come out will be? Because it's clearly not March. As of right now, it's not March. It can't be March. I don't think it's March. It's just, it seems too much. There's too much going on for them to also drop Zack Snyder's Justice League. And if we know anything, and this is the way I was kind of seeing it, because if I was looking at it from like a business perspective, I wouldn't. So if I wanted to get the most out of all of my subscribers, right, I would give you guys Godzilla vs. Kong, which maybe doesn't have the same like excitement behind it. And now it's kind of gaining a lot of traction now. All I'm seeing is like, I'm seeing this everywhere on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Like I'm seeing a lot of Godzilla vs. Kong, which is really good. I'm happy about that. I'm sure everyone else is happy about that. But I'm saying that the reason I bring it up is I don't think it has the same fan base as like Zack Snyder's Justice League does. And if I were HBOmax, what I would do would be I would line it up so that the end of March, so you have to pay for all of March to see Godzilla vs. Kong. Then you have to pay for April as well to see Zack Snyder's Justice League. So they're getting at least 2 months from you, if not 3 to 4 months, so that you can rewatch Zack Snyder's Justice League several times. Because we all know here that I will be watching it at least 6 or 7 times in a row, back to back, only to get up to do a stream and to use the bathroom. All my food will be delivered right into my mouth. So I will sit on the couch and someone will bring it in downstairs and feed me so that I can keep watching it over and over and over and over again. That's just me. I don't know what you guys are going to do, but that seems logical and not at all over dramatic. So that's what I'm doing. And let's just, like I said, I think April would be a good time to come out. However, April, we do have a couple other movies coming out, and that means, so HBO Max isn't also like, they're not just dry for April. So April might not even be the time that they're gonna send this movie out, which is very disappointing when you think about it. I think actually someone just said it. So I think Mortal Kombat comes out in April. And Mortal Kombat, let's not joke. I don't think Mortal Kombat's going to even come close to touching Zack Snyder's Justice League in terms of numbers or bringing in new subscribers or continuing people's subscriptions. However, again, from a business perspective, you have to think about this from a business perspective, because they greenlight this film. That was them saying to the fans, thank you, right? When they're going to release it is not up to us at all. It's not even up to Zack. It's not. Sadly, that's the case. However, I do think, so my guess is going to be mid-April. Again, I'm not seeing, I see Raging Entertainment thinks it'll come out on the 23rd of April. Are you saying the 23rd of April or the 23rd of March? Because because that would make a break a difference. Caden, when do you think it's going to come out? Javelin versus the World, when do you think it's going to come out? Let me know, guys, and we can have a discussion on that. Because like I said, I'm like looking at everything, and I'm not seeing when this movie would make sense to come out. Mid-April, kind of like, and again, mid-April it makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense. It's really random. It's kind of strange. Like it wouldn't, I don't know. I think when everyone was saying like late March, that was perfect. That was when Autumn passed away. That's what sparked this whole thing, right? The whole suicide prevention thing. It just fit perfectly. It really did. And I feel like they're going to not, like, I feel like they missed their opportunity with this one. I would have, if I was HBO, I would have switched it. So I would have let the Snyder Cut come out in March and then given us Godzilla vs. Kong the next month in April. So done a little backwards kind of thing. That way you're only pushing Godzilla and Kong up 1 month from May to April, and you're giving us the Snyder Cut when it makes sense. Caden thinks the 18th to the 23rd. Okay. So I don't know, guys. It is what it is. We're going to get it eventually. I guess that's all that really matters, right? Is that we're getting it. It just doesn't know when. I'm just kind of like the lack of promotional material for Zack Snyder's Justice League is worrisome. And I know they're going to hit us hard. Once they start dropping stuff for Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's going to be like a wave. They're going to hit you with individual posters, full, Zack Snyder's Justice League posters, character posters, TV spots, internet spots. Like, I know that we're going to get overwhelmed with how much stuff is going to come out once they do start promoting this film. However, the fact that we've only seen that one trailer for now kind of bothers me. Not like saying that we haven't seen enough of it, because Zach's really good about going on other YouTubers and talking about his film. But I want to see HBOmax straight up release a trailer, and then at the end of it, fade to black, and then hit me with the release date. That way I can breathe slightly easier. Just a little bit. HBOmax, I am having trouble breathing. Please, just give me the release date so we can help promote it and we can pump people up for it and general audiences can be told about it. Please. God, I'm losing my mind a little bit. Like, not in like an insanity way, but just like everyone, like, you go on Twitter and all you hear about is people speculating, and this guy knows the most about Zack Snyder's Justice League. But no, this guy knows the most about Zack Snyder's Justice League. But wait, she knows the most about Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's like everyone knows the most. And everyone, the Snyder movement, it's done so much good. We've done so much good. However, there's so many fucking petty people that are a part of the movement, because naturally, when something is so big, so large, and does such a good for the community, you get those assholes that just want to pretend that they were a part of it the whole time. And I don't care if you've been a fan of the DCEU proper, because that's what I call Zack Snyder's Justice League and all of his films. That's the DCEU proper. I don't care if you've been a fan for 2 days or since Man of Steel came out. As long as you have good heart about it, right? And you're not like this dickhead about it. Because there are some people online, and right, you just get that naturally, right? The Twitter warriors, all that garbage. You get these people that are very entitled or clickbaity. Let's talk about Grace Randolph, right? Grace Randolph went on what did she say today? I believe Grace said it's coming out on the 18th. So Grace likes to spit shit out of her mouth.
But it was weird.
I know, Grace. It was weird that you said that. It was very strange, and I didn't understand it. I don't know where your facts are coming from. It just logically doesn't make sense to me. But she flip-flops a lot. She is a person that she doesn't know. She has these sources, right? These magical sources that tell her all these different things, and they always contradict each other. And listen, I'm not like bashing on you, Grace, but I just think you're a bad journalist. And I just think you're a poser. But hey, you're probably a cool person. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I don't. But you need to stop saying all this. Like, come on. But what are you guys excited about the most? Where is it? So Toshi thinks, so I'm sure Zack Snyder's Justice League promotion is going to go crazy in February. So that seems to be the consensus. Like Cass said it. The Cultured Nerd said it. Not that they're like gospel or anything, but it does seem like around the board that Zack Snyder's Justice League promotion will begin in February, and they're going to hit us hard. What are you guys? Nah, she racist. I'm dead. I really, like, if I'm being honest, I do not like her. Just as a person either. I'm sure she's all right. She just like, I feel like she plugs herself in when she goes to bed, and it makes me uncomfortable. But that's okay. It's okay. And like, how do you afford that penthouse suite that you have? Doesn't make any sense. I guess it does, but I don't know. Whatever, Grace Randolph. Maybe I'm just jealous of you. Who knows? Who knows, guys? I might be slightly jealous of Grace Randolph and where she's at. But all I know is
Got us united.
That actually didn't fit there. And I'm not sure why I used it, but that's okay. That's okay. We can get more clippets. I took that from Dave. Dave perfectly times his little like video clips. So I need to start getting better about that. I will, I promise. What are you guys most excited for in Zack Snyder's Justice League? And what project are you most excited for after Zack Snyder's Justice League? Whether it is a film that's already on the slate or a theoretical project that maybe ties to Zack Snyder's Justice League, whether it's Ben Affleck's Batman on HBOmax or maybe something having to do, maybe the Air Cut, maybe a Joker-esque movie. What are you guys looking forward to in Zack Snyder's cut? And what do you want to see happen after Zack Snyder's Justice League? Do you want to see this story continue? Or are you okay with this just being a one and done? That'll give us some comments that we can talk about, and we can go from there. So let me know in the comments what you're excited for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Maybe what character you want to see the most, what arc, storyline. Are you looking forward to Gotham? Let me know what it is. While I'm waiting for a couple comments, let's do a little housekeeping here. We are raising money for my mother's breast cancer fundraiser. If you have a couple extra dollars and you don't mind helping out, we could always use the help. She could always use the help. The links are all in the description below. Even if you can't donate right now, the link will be up all through March 1st, and then it will end. And, all the money will be going right to her to help her with whatever she needs. Also, for the month of February, yes, February. Let's talk about February, which is actually pretty ironic now that I think about it, because to open February up, We have so the 3rd of February, I am looking to have Film Junkie come in and do a quick dip with us. That Saturday, we have a mystery guest coming in. I can't tell you who it is yet, but it's a musician, an up-and-coming musician. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. It's our first in-studio interview rather than over Zoom, which is very lame, and I can't wait to move out west so we can bring in actors and such. But yes, so February 6th, we're going to have the musician on. We're going to dive deep. So that'll be like an episode in itself. The next week after that, we have, let me think about it. I should have brought the thing with me. Damn it. The little notebook I have with everything written in. The next week we have Wonder Meg and Nicotina joining a show. So they'll be doing the show together with us. That's going to be really fun. That's going to be really exciting. We also have Lightcast podcast coming in. However, I don't know. Could that still be happening? We don't know. I have to talk to Matt about it because I just found out today that he's leaving Lightcast. So Lightcast and the Cultured Nerd will be joining us as well. As of right now, tentatively, I'm not sure what's going on. But that'll be our farewell show to Matt, while he's at Lightcast. We also have Garza, from Real Anarchy coming in to do a Batman vs Superman breakdown. That same week, we have Chris Wong Swenson from Ping Pong Flicks coming in to talk Snyder, which is going to be really fun. We've never actually talked to Chris, so we're excited to have him on the show. Then the next week, we have Sean O'Connell from Cinema Blend coming to talk his Release the Snyder Cut book. He's already been on the show before during our Snyder Cut expose. However, he's going to be coming back, and we're going to have a lot of fun with him. We have 2 more guests. One of them works for Warner Brothers and is a paid employee of Warner Brothers. I am not saying who it is yet. That one is going to stay with me until a week before the interview, and then I'll let you know who it is. And then we have one surprise mystery guest to end the month, which is going to be really, really awesome if we can solidify that interview. So February is going to be dope. February is going to be jam-packed, full of every single person that you can think of that makes sense to come on and get us hyped for the Snyder Cut. They're all going to be here. We're all going to be here, and we're going to have so much fun. So much fun. All right. So let's see. Let's see what Caden's saying here. I don't know how Zack Snyder fans trust her. Oh, this is not what I was thinking it was. Because she interviewed the guy 3 times, and that it just because he had her interview him doesn't mean she knows everything. Yes, I would agree. I would agree. So Matt'll be there. Matt'll be there? What do you mean? Matt'll be where? On our show? He'll definitely show. I think so. Okay. Yes. You got me. It's actually Walter Hamada. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine I was bringing Walter on the show. What a shitty person. Would you like to do a crossover episode with the director of Fat Man? His name is Ian Nelms. Him and his brother directed the movie. I don't know what Fat Man is, so I can't say yes or no to that just because I don't know what it is. I'd have to watch it first. If it's not, as of right now, we're looking for stuff that fits our overall tone and what we're doing. So like we're trying to work with Showcase Cinemas to do every single blockbuster that comes out. We're trying to do a live show every single time a blockbuster comes out. Right now, we're talking to Showcase about 3 movies. 4 if you count the Snyder Cut and if it comes out theatrically. So stay tuned for all the details on that, and we'll update you. And then our whole month of February, literally every single show is already taken up. And I've also emailed Zack Snyder, and I'm trying to get him to join us as well. I have his agent's email. I've talked to her several times about having him on the show, so we'll see how that goes. I can't say for certain whether he'll do it or not. We were this close last time, and it just didn't work out. However, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. But that really will be our breakout interview, right? That'll take us to the next level. So that's why I've been pushing for it so hard. She's emailed me back several times, said, asked me about dates. She's asked me about times. She's forwarded my email to him. So I know he's seen it. I know he's seen, the times I've asked him on Twitter, because she quoted one of them last time we talked. So I know he knows that we exist. However, Zack kind of does this thing. If you talk to the other people that have interviewed him, he kind of just comes to you and says, hey, I'll be on this night. You don't ask Zack to come on. He tells you he's coming on. So, I'm just kind of I'm kind of waiting for Zack to come to me, which is like a really fucking crazy thought to me, right? Because I've reached, and I kind of pester him. Like, I do it a little bit too much where I message him a lot. And I'm like, hey, bro, come on. Come on. You want to come on? Hey, come on. You want to come on? Hey, you want to come on? And like, it's a little bit overwhelming, I'd assume, for his part, but I'm sure I'm not the worst person. I ask him maybe once a week. That's really not too bad, honestly. Cool. Get him on and send me the link. Listen, if I get him on, I will send every single person in the world the link. Trust me. Yeah, that interview, like I said, that's our breakout interview. That's the one I'm pushing for the most. And just know that I do it for you and I do it for the culture, right? I'm trying super hard every single day. I'm devising. I'm figuring out things to do, ways. Also, we're all going to be doing a watch party for, we're going to be doing a watch party for all the MonsterVerse films. So that includes Godzilla, Godzilla King of Monsters, and Kong Skull Island. We're going to be doing that starting next Friday, and we'll have to do it on Twitch so we don't get pulled off the internet, because we don't want to do that. Not before we get Zack on, that's for sure. So no one told me in the comments, what are you most looking forward to in the Snyder Cut? What are you guys most looking forward to after the Snyder Cut? Is there, Flashpoint, the air cut? Let me know so I can have some things to talk about so I don't fall asleep and then not make it to work at 4 a.m. I'm here because I need you guys to help me stay up. Okay? This is a give and take relationship. All right? Give and take means you help me and I help you. So, what does it do? What does it do? What do you mean? Well, you guys should interview. Who's this? You guys should interview Charlie Talbert. Oh, this is the guy you've told me about before. Yeah. I mean, in the future, I won't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that. We just have a lot on our plates right now. And I mean, Charlie's, I've actually looked him up before. The first time you asked me if I would have liked to do it. And he's definitely got a lot of credits for IMDb. He's definitely a cool guy. And I think it'd be a fun interview. It's just not something that we can squeeze in right now. The Green Ring guy. The Green Ring guy, Caden. You're talking about Martian Manhunter, right? No. Green Lantern's my favorite hero, by the way. If anyone wants to know, Green Lantern is my favorite Justice League member. I've always had a connection to him. Hal especially. reading those comics growing up. Which sadly, like when I look back, they were mostly written by Jeff Johns, and Jeff Johns can suck a dick. No offense. Just kidding. All offense taken. Take it all. I really don't care for the guy anymore. But he does write a good comic book. He really does. He writes a good comic book. Blackest Night was, I mean, I don't even need to say anything else, right? That was one of the best runs that I've ever read personally. And I love that they, like, when they started bringing in all the other Lantern Corps, like, it just made so much sense. And I loved it so much because we got to explore more of the Lantern, like, mythology. And, I know it was different. Jeff Johns is such a creative person. It just seems that comic books, he should stick to comic books, because when he comes and does film, like, we get things like Wonder Woman 84, or, we get things like 2017's Justice League. I just don't know. Like, I don't think he is a good film. Like, he doesn't adapt film well, because the same, like, goofy tropes that may work in comics don't necessarily adapt to live action, especially the tone that the DCEU has set, right? I know that they've kind of leaned into the more campy, humoristic things as of recently, but, like, to start off, Zack Snyder set a tone, and it was nothing like anything we've seen before as far as, like, Superman goes, or Aquaman goes, or, any of these characters that we've seen on screen or have seen on screen before. They just wasn't the same, right? It was like a dark, gritty tone, and I liked it. It was more mature. It was for more adult-oriented audiences, which is what drew me in right away. Coming off of Chris Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, that's exactly what I was looking for. And that's why I'm so surprised that his saga did so, like, rated so poorly, because I thought it did such a great job of telling a story. It did such a good job of, like, details, visual graphics. I thought it did fantastic in almost every aspect of the word. And then the same reason that The Dark Knight was so praised is the same reason that Zack Snyder's Man of Steel and Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice were like trashed. It just didn't make sense to me, and I didn't understand it. I connect with Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice on a level that I never thought that I needed. However, that movie means so much to me that I can barely fathom it, right? Every single time I go back and watch BVS Ultimate Edition, I find something I didn't see before. B, I'm almost overwhelmed with, like, happiness and joy that I have to rewind and, like, not rewind. I guess let's not call it rewind anymore, but I have to go back and, like, start a scene over, right? Because I was so, like, giddy and, like, whatever that, like, I missed, a line that I wanted to hear, or a background detail that I wanted to remember. Like that's the thing about Zack Snyder's storytelling, is you could go back and watch it for the 100th time and see something you didn't see the first time around. And I think that's what he does so well. He's so good at detail, paying attention to detail. He's so in love with these characters, like on the same level that you or I are, like, in love with them, right? Like, he loves Batman the same amount that you love Batman, or that I love Green Lantern or Superman or Batman. Zack likes these characters, and that's why he spends such a good amount of time getting them right. And maybe his vision for the DCEU wasn't exactly what you wanted, or wasn't exactly what you thought it would be, but at least he had a solid tone, and we knew that when we went and saw a DC movie, it would be like this, right? Now you go see a DC movie and you don't know whether you're getting Wonder Woman 84, Shazam, or Birds of Prey. No, they're all different. Like, and that's not a bad thing either, but it's different in a not good way. Out of those three movies, Shazam is the only one I will consider that is a real movie. And yes, yes, exactly. I think everyone should feel that way about BVS. If you need, we're going to be doing a shot for shot breakdown coming in February. So if you want to see more about how I personally feel about that film, Garza is going to be joining us. Garza has studied that film, and then we're going to bring Big Drip in, so we can school him a little bit on why BVS Ultimate Edition is the greatest movie of all time. Bruce and Alfred fighting and Lex and the Senator scene are so good. I agree. My favorite scene is the warehouse scene. As far as like action and cinematography go, I think the warehouse scene is absolutely incredible. Lex Luthor rooftop is incredible. Yeah. And the way the way your skin kind of crawls during that whole rooftop scene, that is how Zack Snyder makes movies, right? God, I love it so much. Shazam and Birds of Prey are way better than Wonder Woman 84. I will agree with you there. However, Birds of Prey wasn't exactly my favorite film, but it was not my least favorite. That's for sure. Birds of Prey was like a popcorn movie, right? I could go watch it and turn my brain off and enjoy it. However, Wonder Woman 84, I couldn't even do that. I enjoyed maybe... Okay, you know what? I shouldn't even say that, because I enjoyed Pedro Pascal in Wonder Woman 84. I did. And I didn't mind Kristen Wiig. I really had a problem with everything else. The way the story unfolded, the tropes, the goofiness of like guys, tell me if I'm being like a little bit over the top here, but those robbers that were robbing the jewelry store at the beginning, you can't tell me that right off of that scene, you weren't like, you didn't look over to whoever you're watching it with and be like, what the fuck was that? Like, that does not seem like the Wonder Woman that was running through the trench last movie. That wasn't the Wonder Woman that was beaten, smiling while fighting Doomsday. That was not the same Wonder Woman. And I didn't like it. I didn't like what they did with Wonder Woman. I don't think Patty in the studio should have changed her so drastically from the first Wonder Woman movie to what she turns out to be like in Dawn of Justice. Like, 84 just didn't fit into that time work, that framework, or that timeline. Like, when did Wonder Woman get soft is what I was wondering. Like, oh, did she like kind of like lose her edge for a while? I just didn't understand it. It didn't make, I don't know. It just didn't feel right to me. Yeah, for me, 84 felt like direct sequel to Justice League. I was so frustrated watching it. I am 100% with you on that. 100% with you on that. What is your dream cast for a DC movie? What is my dream cast for a DC movie? I don't know. What is my dream cast? My dream cast. Wait a second. Are you saying what is my dream cast as in like maybe 5 or 6 people into one film? Or what is my dream, like who would I cast as Green Lantern? That kind of thing. If you can clarify that, I would be so happy to answer that. I really would. But yeah, so like I said, like Wonder Woman 84 just didn't do it for me. It really didn't. It didn't hit any hot buttons for me. Like, all right, and tell me if I'm wrong again on this. But after watching Wonder Woman 84, did you sit down with your friends and were you like, Oh my God. We have so much to talk about. I'm telling you, we did that show from Showcase Cinemas, and we had to make stuff up to talk about. Like, we had to like fabricate things. We were talking, if you go back and watch that episode, and this is a quick story for you. Actually, shit, I need a drink. Can you guys hold on for literally 22 seconds while I grab my Coke? It's right there. I'll play let me play this video real quick. What do I got for you guys? What do you got for you guys? For you guys who didn't watch it, this is the Godzilla vs. Kong. This is what we're doing for Showcase. Look at that. It's like I never left. Classic. What would be your dream cast in one DC movie? Okay. No, stay right now. I love it. All right. My dream cast. And I know this is like, oh shit. What was I saying though? Because I know I had to finish a thought. Oh yeah. So if you go, and the funny story is that we were trying to impress Showcase Cinemas so that next time, right now is next time, by the way, we would be able to say, hey, you know, this podcast did this amount of numbers. The YouTube version did this amount of numbers. We marketed this way. This many people saw it via ads, blah, 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 blah. Right. And that was our chance to really like kind of bring our A game. But the movie sucked so much that we were worried that the episode, that was our shortest episode ever. I'm not even just talking like live streams but it was our shortest ever, like for a podcast. It was an hour and 15 minutes, and 20 minutes of those were a pre-recorded interview with the global VP of marketing for Showcase. So we only went for 55 minutes. It was, like I said, we were making stuff up. We were talking about like people walking away in the hallway. But Showcase, luckily, they came to us and they were like, hey, we liked it. You know, we want to work with you guys again. And we were like, oh, thank God. Cause like, you know, we were making things up, but we were still trying. Like we just didn't get a lot from the movie. The movie didn't give us a whole lot to talk about. You can't tell me that after you watched Wonder Woman 84, that you could sit down and dissect that movie happily. There wasn't a lot going on. Everything that you saw was on the surface, right? You didn't need to dig for anything. It was all right there. Tell me this. Can you spoil tell me in the comments a spoiler for Wonder Woman 84 as if I hadn't seen it before. And tell me something that I would get mad at that you told me about Wonder Woman 84. I dare you to try. I'm telling you, you can't. There's not one thing that you could tell me about Wonder Woman 84 that is a spoiler that I would be like, well, you just ruined the movie for me. You know why? Because there's nothing. Let's read some of the comics. Okay. Do you think WB Pictures is trying to overshadow? Yep. I don't even need to read the rest. Do you think WB Pictures is trying to overshadow the Snyder Cut substat? Oh, okay. The Snyder Cut subscriber stats by releasing GVK same month. I kind of do because they know Snyder people will watch both. I kind of agree with you. I wasn't going, Caden, I hate you. You know what? All right. You got me there. All right. But that still doesn't ruin the movie. All right. So do I think that WB Pictures is trying to overshadow the Snyder Cut subscriber stats by releasing Godzilla vs. Kong the same month. Now, is it Illif? I just don't want to say it wrong. Now, this all depends on if Zack Snyder's Justice League is technically and will officially come out in March. Because we talked about it a little bit before, but I don't necessarily think it's still going to come out in March. I know the Cultured Nerd, Lightcast, Grace Randolph, and several other people still think that this movie is going to come out in mid to late March. However, I'm not one of them anymore just because of what's going on. However, if it does come out, I think yes. So I think Warner Brothers is doing either one of two things. They're either trying to ill life. Okay. I love life. Is that what it is? I love life. Because if that is your name for YouTube, I will be your best friend because that is such a positive screen name that I think that's so cool. Tell me it's I love life because that's awesome. But I think that Warner Brothers is doing one of two things. And Raging Entertainment, I'll get to your Dreamcast as the next thing. I do want to answer this because I do have a couple thoughts on this particular subject. So I think Warner Brothers is doing one of two things. I think that they're going to try to, I don't know when. I know for myself that my subscription renews for HBOmax at the end of the month, towards the 27th. I believe my subscription renews. They might possibly be trying to make sure now by putting the Snyder Cut before that renewal ensures that you have to pay for the month before. So that would be February into March. And by releasing Kong vs. Godzilla, you know what? That makes a little bit more sense too, because they moved it up to the 31st. So technically that would be in the next month bracket. So my thought the whole time has been that they want to get now as a business, right? As a business, what would make sense? They want to get you to pay for as many months as possible with as little content as possible, right? They want to get you, they want to bring you in with the Snyder Cut, and they want to keep you there for the Snyder Cut and maybe one or two other projects that they know that you're most likely to gravitate towards. Godzilla vs. Kong is definitely one of those. So yes, I do think that they are trying to maybe fudge the numbers a little bit, and that way they can go back to investors and say, look, this is what these two projects brought in for this quarter. And that might be a good thing for us though. If we all do our parts and we watch these films and we keep watching them maybe one or two or three times, they're going to be able to go back to their investors and say, look at these numbers. It would be stupid of us. It would be illogical as a business to not continue this story. Now, a lot of YouTubers are saying right now to watch the Snyder Cut and then cancel HBOmax. That doesn't make fucking sense. Why? Why would you do that? If you want to see more Zack Snyder's, if you want to truly restore the Snyderverse, do not cancel HBOmax after watching the Snyder Cut once or twice or even three times, because you're just going to shoot the rest of us in the foot, right? We don't want HBOmax to think that the Snyder Cut isn't profitable or that it isn't something that they could continue. The whole point of this was, one, to get the cut released, two, to raise money for suicide prevention and the Autumn Snyder Foundation, three, was to keep the fucking story going. Don't cancel HBOmax. We already know Walter Hamada is not on board with this. He's not going to put it back in theaters as a legitimate theatrical theatrical universe. It's not going to happen ever again. It's over at this point for Snyder and DC Films. However, I don't think it's over with HBO Max. I think it's just beginning. I think it's truly just beginning. Oh, it's an anagram. Oh, you're an MC. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, no, canceling doesn't make sense. But just in case I'm trying to get a trend going on March 31st to HBO Max, I subbed for Snyder Cut. I love it. I'm on board. I'll be with you. I'm with you. Just remind me. Subscribe to the channel and stay in touch. Make sure I remember, and I will do our part. If you want, we can help you out with it. And we can try to help you get it as a trending event. We can post about it, and we can help you post about it, and we can try to market it with you if you'd like, because I'm totally down for that. That's such a good idea. So let me know if you want some help with that, and we can. It's totally your idea, right? That's all you as far as credit goes. I'll make sure, but I would totally be on board with helping that out, because I think that's a great idea. I really do. I really, really, really do. All right, so let's get back to this. What's my favorite? Well, okay, what would be your dream cast in one DC movie? Now, 1 second. Let me get my paper right here. It's right here. All right. Sorry, I was not prepared for anything right now. All right. So I'm going to write down some names here, and some of them have already been done. Like some of them already been in DC before. However, they're not in it anymore. So I would like Will Smith to come back, but I don't care if he is Deadshot ever again. I loved him as Deadshot. However, I would love to have seen Will Smith as John Stewart. I don't know why. Me personally, what? Don't check it out. Oh, got you. All right. Well, 1 second. 1 second. All right. So Will Smith, and I'm actually gonna go with maybe a Green Lantern movie, right? Let's do a Green Lantern movie. Or yeah, let's do Green Lantern. Maybe let's do Blackest Night. All right. So Black Knight couldn't be doing it because Will Smith couldn't be in that. We'll just do a generic John Stewart, Green Lantern, maybe. So Will Smith as John Stewart. Who could play Sinestro? Who could play Sinestro? Listen, I loved Mark Strong as Sinestro. I really, really did. So I'm going to have to say Mark Strong coming back as Sinestro. So Mark Strong is Sinestro. My Hal Jordan would have to be, I would say Army Hammer for Hal Jordan. Yeah, I know he's been in the news lately, but I think that's fake. So Army Hammer as Hal Jordan. And then so this is a little bit, this doesn't actually make sense. Like, as far as like, when you look at her in the source material, but Major Ferris or Captain Ferris, the daughter, so Hal Jordan's girlfriend, I would like as Aubrey Plaza, just because I love her and I would love to have her children. Sorry, Marlena. We all know. We know though. I'm sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more. Oh, Luke Evans could totally be you're right. Luke Evans could be Sinestro. You know what? Mark Strong, you're getting the boot, kid. Sorry, we're going to Luke Evans. So Will Smith as Jon Stewart, Luke Evans as Sinestro, Armie Hammer as Hal Jordan, Aubrey Plaza as Ferris, or is it Captain Ferris? Is it? I can't remember what her title is, what her rank is. Major Ferris is her father, I believe. So I think she's she's in the Navy, right? No, she's in the Air Force. So they go by I don't know. It's really not like, I guess it's not like two. And then I would also want the Flash in this movie, right? Because I love the Flash and Green Lantern together. So to play Barry Allen, sorry, it's not Ezra Miller, but I think he does a good job. I just don't think that I don't think he would have been my choice as Barry Allen. However, I don't know who I would pick as Barry Allen. I do like Grant Gustin as Barry Allen. I think he does have a lot of the charm as Barry. However, I think his version of the character is too drama-y. So I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on who I would want to play Barry Allen. But I think a Green Lantern Flash team-up movie pitted against the Reverse Flash and Sinestro would be cool, with Aubrey Plaza in it. So Reverse Flash, I'd be totally down to see Matthew McConaughey as Reverse Flash. And that's just me. So Mr. McConaughey, all right. Lucas Till as Barry Allen? Yeah, why not? Huh. Yeah. All right, so what is this? Got you. Definitely will get with you about it. And yes, I have a Snyder Cut song I did on my channel too. Check a Snyder Cut song? Don't check it out live though. Lots of cursing. Oh, we don't. And he tears Whedon up. My man. Did you see our video the other day that we did? That I burned the Justice League poster from 2017. I wrote on the back of it that Joss Whedon sucks or something like that. Joss Whedon sucks and he mistreats humans. And then I said, follow the pop culture corner. And at the end I said, and by the way, Justice League was a joke. And then I doused it in gasoline and lit it on fire out in the back, on the back, the parking lot out back. I thought it came out good, right? It just looks like a video where I'm burning a piece of paper or like a poster, but I thought it was really funny. So I put it up. Yeah. Could I see Keanu Reeves as a DC character? I can. I wouldn't mind Keanu Reeves as like Owlman. When he played Constantine, I thought they totally fucked that up, right? First off, they Americanized John Constantine, which just seems so baffling to me. I didn't understand why you would do that. And it totally just threw me for a loop. So, and they made him almost the worst part about it was that they changed him to like a black hair. Like the accent really that was like strike one. Then they changed his hair color. That was strike two. And then I didn't see the movie. So that was strike three, right? I watched like the first 30 minutes of it and I just couldn't do it. So I guess that's my fault for like being a loser or being like being petty. But I don't know. I love Keanu Reeves. It's nothing against Keanu Reeves. Trust me, it's not. However, I just didn't like what they did to that character. What else do you guys want to talk about? I also saw something in here. Let me go find it. Does Daredevil deserve a reboot? I'm going to say no. You know why? Because I don't want them to reboot Charlie Cox. I want them to continue that story. I don't think they need to reboot it. I think they should keep Charlie Cox, which rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. No? Okay. Rumor has it that he wrapped filming. He wrapped filming on Spider-Man 3, which I think is going to be really cool. And I really hope he's playing Matt Murdock at least. So I'll send you the link to the song in the comments after the stream's over. Oh, funny thing about this stream is we're going to go till 3 a.m. You guys are down, right? Yep, please stop now. Please stop singing. I thought he said, please stop now. I'm not. Yep, I'm fired. That is one of the, that's one of the clips that I'm going to get for the future is Donald Trump saying you're fired. Or will I get canceled for having Donald Trump featured on the show? Do you guys think I'll get canceled for that? Really, though, I'm being dead serious. And I'm not actually going to stream till 3 a.m. I'm actually going to go for about another 6 minutes. And then I'm going to try to take a nap because I have to work at 4 a.m. I have to work at Amazon. So I work my normal job, blah, blah, blah. And then for some nights, I go to Amazon and I work there and get paid a very low wage to do a very small amount of work, which isn't bad, right? It's just extra money. I get paid enough for what I regularly do. So, Amazon's all that's like podcast money, right? We put it into the show. So you think I'll get fired? I mean, not fired. Do you think I'll actually get canceled for having Donald Trump as a snippet on the show? You really think so, huh? And yes, The Matrix 4 is coming out simultaneously in theaters and on HBOmax. However, we don't like to say HBOmax here. We like to call it Warner Brothers streaming service. We don't give it the time of day here. Just kidding. We just have a contract that we're working on. We can't really say HBOmax. But yeah, so I is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about as far as DC goes before I go for the night? We have 5 more minutes, so I'll take maybe 1 or 2 more quick questions and or thoughts, and we can elaborate on them real quick. If not, I can end it here. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's whatever you guys want. I'm super glad that you guys, came and hung out with me for almost, an hour and 20 minutes. Well, no, it'd be about an hour and 17 minutes once we wrap it up. I really do appreciate it though, because I was having a hard time because I slept till like noontime today. Because I knew I had to work at 4 a.m. and I didn't realize that I was shooting myself in the foot because then I couldn't sleep when I actually wanted to sleep. So, that's the belly of the beast. That's what you do. That's what you get into when you're an idiot and you oversleep. And the thing about it is it's snowing here right now. And I'm not really looking forward to having to take the bus to work that early in the morning. That's going to suck. And I'm not looking forward to that. Oof. Oh, what a hard question. Snyder or Nolan? Snyder. As of recently, I am a huge Chris Nolan fan, right? Like Chris Nolan and Zack Snyder will always there will always be neck and neck. But as of recently, Snyder took the number 1 spot. After seeing how petty Chris Nolan got about the whole streaming service simultaneous release. So oh God. I was like, who the fuck is Jow Seedon? But I get it now. But yeah, Snyder all day. I don't think Chris Nolan understands that film is changing, and because he's old school, he doesn't want to see it change. And a lot of people don't want to see it change, but he's being like extra petty about it. And, you know, now I think he's even done at Warner Brothers. And I don't know who's going to take him. I mean, I'm sure like a studio like Universal or maybe even, I don't even know, honestly. I don't even know. Maybe I don't. Universal is the only one I can really think of right off the top of my head that might be like, you know, we have a need for someone like you. I'm sure there's a bunch of small, and like, you have to think that he would need to go to a studio that makes good amount of money, right? A top tier studio. And I don't think he would ever work with Disney. That's just not his type of movie. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing as like going forward. You know, eventually he's going to have to bite the bullet and he's going to have to work with a streaming studio, a streaming service or a streaming service studio, because that's where film's going, especially right now. So I guess, you know, we can find out. We'll see. I love Chris Nolan. I just think he's being a little bit over dramatic right now with everything that happened. My stomach like hurts from talking so much. It's weird. Oh, I think it's because I'm standing today. I adopted a Film Junkie. I adopted the way he does his live streams. So he stands up. Also, our camera is, so you see this arm? See the microphone arm? I installed something like this on my ceiling, and it holds the web camera. Because the problem that I was having was on the tripod, which is right here, it only comes up to about there, right? And like that's pretty high, in theory, like because you can't see how high it actually is, but this is pretty high up. However, the angle that we're trying to get for the live streams is something that kind of is a little bit above where we sit, and it kind of angles down at us if we want it to, rather than angling it upwards like on the tripod. See how it's angled upwards like that? We didn't want to have to keep doing that. So we wanted it to angle downwards. So me and Justice had this idea. I was like, we have an extra arm, like an extra microphone arm. And I was like, I have this, I have a mount for it, basically, a permanent mount. So I mounted it into the ceiling so that it's opposite of the way this is, right? So it's upside down onto the ceiling. So if you, can you see this one? Let's see. All right. So this is this is an arm, right? So this is Justice's microphone arm. So basically, oh, come on. It's like this. And it comes down and the camera, so the microphone's the camera in the scenario and the ceiling is the ceiling in the scenario. So now it's like that, right? So now we can move the camera side to side. We can move it up or down. And it was such a good idea. Like, and I'm so happy. So the studio that we have right now is so cool looking, right? So we got all the green screens up. I just put this up. We have some LED lighting now on that side, which we're going to be incorporating soon. We're actually taking the green screens down and we're going to do a practical background. We're kind of done with the green screens. It's too much work. Like, for instance, I know I said I was going to be done at 12, but for instance, so this is the quality, and this isn't even that great right now, right? That's because I'm not plugged into my Ethernet cord. So I'm not streaming with an Ethernet cord right now because I just ordered a new Ethernet cord, a new 100-foot Ethernet cord, because the way this is set up, we're in the basement right now. So we need to be directly connected or it's very laggy. However, I'm not sure how this stream looks right now. If it's laggy, I'm sorry. But let me look because I can see it myself. Let's see. See it myself. No, it's pretty good right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good right now. However, let's if I add a green screen, right? If I add a background, you're gonna see how it changes that. So all of a sudden, it starts going really slow, and it doesn't look that good. Actually, it's really not being that bad, I suppose. But you can see the difference, right? It changes it. It changes it's like the streaming softwares is working harder now, and it starts slowing the stream down. And I don't have time for this bullshit, right? Like, I pay $49 a month to StreamYard. I shouldn't be having this issue, but they keep telling me it's my internet. So I don't know. Apparently it's my internet. That's the problem. Even though I have like one of the best internets, and I have dedicated internet in my basement for the show, like specifically. So I don't know, guys. Live the basement, don't you? What the hell does that mean? He could direct a good Doctor Strange or a good Star Wars. Chris Nolan could? I don't think he would want to, is the problem. That's the problem. I don't think he wants to. Maybe Star Wars. Again, I just don't. It would have to be a different approach to Star Wars, like a more serious tone. I would like to see Nolan do more Batman movies, see how he would do Mr. Freeze and other characters. There were rumors that he might be interested in coming back and doing more Batman because, he kind of, he's used a lot of his original ideas at this point. And, it's, I don't know. There was a rumor going around that he might want to come back and do Batman. However, Matt Reeves is doing Batman right now. And potentially there'd be another Batman on HBOmax. So I don't think he'll get the chance. And he doesn't want to work for Warner Brothers anymore. So I don't think that will happen. 3C Films. What is this? 3C Films has a natural background with his Funko and figures. He has put your background with that stuff that shows what you love. Yeah, that's the goal. The green screens are getting old. This green screen's like perfect, right? There's not even a fucking crease in it. Actually, there's one crease right there. One crease in this whole thing. And it's a huge green screen. And then I have another one that wraps on this side. But we're done with them. We're going to keep the green screens for certain shows, like, for standing up, doing like a 15-minute history lesson or something. We're going to set the studio up so one side is going to be practical and the other side is going to be a green screen studio. And we're going to incorporate LED lights above here. Wait till you see what the new studio is going to look like. It's going to be so fucking awesome. Picture kind of like a Joe Rogan style thing, his new place. I'm also building a new podcast table by hand from scratch. So I have so much in the works for you guys. I have so much happening. And, I'm saying this because it's true. None of this is possible without you guys. Like, for real. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I really do. I know I say it a lot. And I know that some other YouTubers don't say it enough. I literally never thought I could do this, right? I never thought I could sit here for 15 minutes, let alone an hour and a half by myself on camera with a microphone and just talk. I always knew I loved to talk. I just I'm a very self-conscious person. So for me to do this and for me to be so comfortable now with everyone to do this like consistently, I've completely found what I love. I love doing this so much. And it's because of you guys. And it's because of you guys that I put 125 hours a week into this show. We're just starting out. We're still only 7 months old, and we're already getting partnerships with Showcase Cinemas, which is like one of the top theater chains in the country as far as how many theaters they have. It's much bigger in the New England area, but that's the reason, we're having a month-long guest spot with Ping Pong Flicks, Lightcast, Film Junkie, Warner Brothers employees. The reason that we're getting all this is because I put the work in. And I sit here and I do it for every single one of you guys so that we can have a good time together. Because I'm not doing this for me, and I'm also not doing it just for you. I'm doing it so we can have an experience together, right? The Pop Culture Corner isn't just for the big fans. It's not just for the little guy. It's for everybody. It's for us to have these experiences together. So many podcasts and YouTubers, I notice, they'll put themselves on a pedestal, right? They think that they're telling you information, right? It's not supposed to be like that. Some of the people that are watching are far more knowledgeable than you are, and you need to listen sometimes, right? So that's why our show is so interactive. Like, I always tell the other guys, like Justice and Jack, at our Monday meeting. And by the way, we do Monday meetings. Like, we run this like a business. And eventually, it will be. I tell them in the Monday meetings, don't let a comment go unanswered. Don't. As of right now, don't. When you watch other shows, there's like hundreds of comments coming in at once. Obviously, at that point, it's going to be a little hard. But right now, while we can, we should be answering every single one that comes in. And we should be as interactive as we are. Because the people that are here with us right now are going to be here with us a year or two from now when we're at that 50,000 subscriber mark, 1 million subscriber mark, and those are the people that we're going to count on to be the people in the chat that moderate and to keep people in line and to let us know when someone's out of line or just trolling. These people that are here right now are the people that I will trust the most going forward to be here and to have my back, right? This is a give and take relationship. I wasn't just joking earlier. This is for the Pop Culture Corners for everybody. We don't discriminate. We don't hate. We don't care whether you have zero knowledge or all the knowledge. We just want to have a good time, talk to some people, and smile. Like, we want to go through this together. And we want to make experiences that people don't forget and don't want to forget. So that's just a little PSA from me to you. So I appreciate all you guys. I hope to see you every single time that we stream. I hope that you'll be here every single time that we stream. And I hope that you'll take this journey with us, because I can tell you this. It's only up from here. I did not hear about the Spy Kids movie. Pedro Pascal is in the new Shark Boy and Lava Girl movie on Netflix. That is hilarious. I didn't know that. Thank you, guys. Listen, we have a huge month coming up. By the way, this tomorrow, Scott McClellan from DC Film Squadcast Media will be here for Quick Dip. If you don't know who that is, he's always on Film Junkie. He's interviewed Zack Snyder with Film Junkie. So it's going to be an awesome live stream. If you're with me now, definitely come tune in tomorrow. All the boys will be here, and we're going to be having a good time. And we're going to, we'll pick his brain, and we'll just talk restore. Tomorrow is going to be a full focus on Restore the Snyderverse. So if you had fun tonight, I know you'll have fun tomorrow. It'll be all of us and not just my ugly ass sitting here talking. If you said you're going to send me something, make sure you send it. I do it for you, and we do it for the culture. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash that like button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you on the other side.